Let's jump back into Premiere. Okay, so we have our sequence all set up. We've got some music, which is, probably still a little bit loud. We can adjust the audio gain as we learned last time. As now you notice it's already set to -15 dB. So let's adjust this by another -5, and that sounds a little better. Okay, say it's some kind of montage maybe. Okay, so remember how I talked about which pane you're selected on will affect what you can actually do, right? So say I'm selected over here and I go to File and I want to export this. This will export our sequence, right? Because it's telling it to look at this, which is connected to this. This is our sequence. If my pane is selected here, I go up to File, Export Media, it again will be my sequence. But if I'm over here and I'm selected on walking, now I go to File, Export Media, you'll notice, oh, I only get the walking footage. And that's because it's actually looking at the walking.move. Whereas if I click on the interview sequence, oh, okay, well now you'll see that it's looking here. So you can select this and select your sequence if you'd like to. Go to Export Media, and now you're going to get your media sequence as well. Okay, so this has got a weird format, right? MXOP1A. I honestly I don't even know what that is. So let's go to H.264. Match source high bitrate. Well, let's go down here and let's change it to HD 720 2997. Okay, and that's a good sequence. So we're going to go, okay, right now it's actually set to Compositor blog, which is not where we want to go. We want to go test, render, not footage, and save. Now, you can change the name if you like. I'm going to leave it at interview sequence.mp4. I think that's fine. I want to export the video and the audio, and check out your output. Make sure that your output is set to what you want. 1280 by 720, 2997 frames per second. It's progressive. And your source sequence, interview sequence. So, and these settings, honestly, you really don't need to mess with right now. You could click render at maximum depth. It's not going to make that much of a difference. You could boost or lower your target bitrate or your maximum bitrate. But honestly, you set that preset, and that set it to the way that you wanted it. Say if I was to change this preset and go down to, say, a YouTube 720 HD, you'll notice that your presets have actually changed a little bit. You notice these are even now, 16 and 16, because this is a format that is ideal for using on YouTube. Now, actually, we're going to go ahead and leave it here, just because we're actually going to upload this to YouTube. So might as well go ahead and leave it this way. All right, so now we got everything that we want. It's going to the right place. We're going to go ahead and hit export. And it's going to export pretty quickly because it's not a very large sequence. All right, and it's done already. One thing I haven't done in a while is save it. Now, there's two schools of thought. You can come, oh, there it goes, the autosave. It is going to automatically save if you have it set up that way. But you always want to come in here and every once in a while do a save as and save incrementally. So make sure you're in test. And I set up 001. Well, let's save it under 002 this time. Go ahead and save it. Okay. And exit out of here. Let's go check it out. Let's go into test. Let's close that. Come into the render. And there it is, interview sequence.mp4. And let's take a look. All right. Pretty amazing. Okay, well, that's our first video right there. I know it's pretty down and dirty, and there's a whole lot we haven't covered that we will cover, but let's go over what we have learned. So we learned what everything is. what these panes each do. We learned how to import our footage, how to set up our file structure. We learned what a sequence is. We learned how to make the sequences and cut up our footage, add some audio, and then render the whole video out. Now, in future classes, we'll go over a lot more of all of these individual things in detail, and maybe even some theory into how to actually cut our footage, and what looks good, and what types of shots we should use. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it right here, and go ahead and render this out and get it up so we can get it on the blog. Well, thank you for sticking with me. These videos take a little while to put together, but I hope you enjoy them. All right, thank you.